Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am super excited to bring this topic to you today. I have been experimenting with this. I've been to multiple trainings on this subject, and I am just blown away by the possibilities. And I wanted to share some of that with you today. So if you don't know what we're talking about Chat GPT and AI, how you can use them in your business to improve your business, how you can use these tools to improve your business. Let me put the title to this live on the bottom here. I am super stoked about this, guys. Before I go any further, though, some of you may not know me, and in case you don't know me, I would love to introduce myself so you know who you are talking to and why I am qualified to talk about this. I am Lisa Balthaser. I'm a business coach and consultant and also a marketing automation expert. And I work with female coaches, course creators, and online service providers to help them build their business online, to scale their business. Most of my clients are over 40, but not all of them. And I help them create recurring revenue in 6 to 12 months. So today, guys, we are talking about an exciting topic, okay? This topic, you've probably seen all kinds of posts about it. Here's the thing. Chat GPT, I guess it was released actually November 30th of 2022. And at first it was kind of like you didn't see a whole lot about it, but now you are seeing so much everywhere. So today, I wanted to bring this topic to you. Now, I am going to, before I go any further, I want to let you guys know, I am going to actually do a webinar on this. So it's going to be on Zoom, and we're going to do some demos, and I'm going to show you like in a live time how you can actually use this powerful tool to improve your marketing, your SEO, and all of those things. So, but today we are doing an overview, and I'm going to go over some of the ways that you can use this tool in your business right now. I don't know if you've looked into it, if you've played around with it, or if you use another tool. Chat GPT is not the only AI tool out there. There's many AI tools. There's Jasper. There's, I forget, Google just put out its new one. I couldn't find it though. When I tried to look it up. So they said it was released, but I have not been able to find it. So it's been interesting. And also Microsoft Edge has put an AI piece into their search engine. So AI is something it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere, whether we like it or not. And there's pluses and minuses about it. And we're going to talk about a couple of those today. We're going to touch on those. But first, let's talk about what is Chat GPT. Their definition of their own product is it is a natural language processing technology. So it uses natural language. So it's like the spoken word, and it's created by OpenAI. And it's powerful, and it can create human-like conversations, and it can be used to help automate customer service, sales, marketing, and more. And we're going to talk about some of those things today. Okay, so before we go any further, I just want to say, while this tool is powerful, while this tool is something you want to use some kind of AI technology, guys. And as a business coach, I'm going to put this out to you today. As a business coach, I would be remiss if I did not say to you that you should be using some type of AI technology in your business. And here's why. As a business coach, I know that many other coaches, many other high-level online gurus have been using this technology for years. And that's part of the reason, not the whole reason, but part of the reason why they have an edge, okay? So since this is rolling out to really everybody at an affordable rate, you want to make sure that you figure out how you can use it with your business, because if you don't use it, you are going to be left behind when other people are using it. They're going to have an edge on you. So when other people start using this technology, you want to make sure that you are one of the first ones that uses it and you're getting the people coming to you. So let's talk about how we can use some of this technology. So as I said, you can use it for some types of automation. You can use it for a whole lot of different things. I'm going to go through a list of those things. So one of the key things that I want you to take away from this today, okay, is that although this is a powerful tool and although you can do so much with it, it is not the end all be all. It does not take away from the piece that you are injecting in your business. If you're using this technology to write, for instance, I would highly, let me repeat that, I would highly, highly recommend you actually rewriting what it wrote in your own words. Okay. And that is simply because when you have a brand voice, you want to make sure that all of your copy, all your website, your products and services, they're all in your voice. Okay. If you start using technology such as this and just throw it out to the world, it's not going to be in your voice. It's going to look like it's not in your voice. And it's going to be very obvious that it was not written by you. Okay. So that's my first caution with this technology. My second caution, and I'm going to, the reason I'm mentioning this is because I actually asked it to look me up and my business and tell me what I do. And it was 100% wrong. Yes, that's right. Even though this technology has been touted as smarter than humans, it still got my things wrong. It told people that I did taxes and finances. And guess what? I don't. I am a business coach. So when you are using this technology, you do have to look at what it is telling you, the feedback it is giving you, the data it is giving you, and you need to really analyze it. And you need to, before you put it out to the world, you need to double check things. If it is referencing things, if it is giving you dates, you need to double check those things, because when it's giving me back 100% incorrect information about myself, that tells me something. So even though this tool is super powerful, and I'm going to talk about today some of the really exciting ways that you can use this, it has its limitations. And there does need to be a human involved. It doesn't take all the work out of everything. We as humans still need to look at the data that it is giving us. Okay. So that I did want to put out to the world. Okay. Now, one of the questions before we go into some of the ways that you can use it, that first caution about double checking everything, especially data. Okay. It's a data-driven technology, but the data is not always correct, as I found when I did a search on myself using it. And I suggest that you do that. It may give you back the correct information about yourself or your business, but for me, it did not. It totally was incorrect. Okay. So I do want to caution you with those two things. Number one, you need to put your voice, your business voice, into whatever it spits out. You can't just use whatever gives you and say, oh, this is mine, because it's not going to look like it's from you. And what I found is that I asked it to do some things for me, and it came back in a voice that was not consistent with my voice online. I'm more conversational, and it gave more of a professional and intellectual I mean, not that my things aren't intellectual, they are, but I present it in a conversational way. So, like I said, there are limitations, but it's powerful. So let's go into one of the things that I did check out and I actually got an answer to was I asked it if Google actually um, restricts content that is written with AI technology. And I'm going to read you what I got back. Okay, so what I got back was that Google does not restrict the use of AI technology when it searches for great content. Um, so Google's AI technology, RankBrain, is used to sort search results based on their intent and relevance. So remember, any content you put out there should be relevant to what you do. Okay, and therefore it will be relevant to whoever is searching for it. And it goes on to say that Google's AI technology is also used to detect spam, malware, and malicious content, and to detect and prevent attacks on systems. Google is consistently refining and improving their AI technology. So it's basically saying that if you're using AI technology, Google is not restricting it, it's not preventing it from coming up in the search. That's what they say. Okay. You really, as with everything marketing, you need to test it against something that is not AI driven. Okay. Always test your marketing. And as a business coach and a marketing strategist, that is my number one thing that I will say to that. You do need to test it and you do need to see for yourself. Do not just take Google's word for it. Just don't. I mean, they can tell you anything. They've told us lots of things over the years. So now I want to get into, I'm going to get into some of the ways that you can use this technology for your business to improve your business. And we're going to talk about some of those today. And I'm so excited. And I don't know if I mentioned this. I may have mentioned this at the beginning, but if I didn't, I want to mention that I am doing a more in-depth training on this. It's going to be a webinar style on Zoom, and we're going to go into, I'm going to actually show you some of the things. We're going to demo it. We're going to look at some of the ways that you can use it. And that's going to be a free webinar that's coming up on the 22nd of February. So mark that on your, if you're interested in that and you're watching this video, I have it half done. I don't have everything together yet, but if you put me in the comments, I will absolutely make sure that you get the link to sign up for that. That's going to be on Zoom. And if you are in my Facebook group, it will be, the replay will be put in the Facebook group. But you want to be there live if you can, so you can ask questions. Okay, so let's get into this. So some of the ways, and I've seen some fascinating demos on this, and that's why I want to demo it for you guys, because the demos that I saw were absolutely amazing, and it's very powerful in what it can do. And I don't think a lot of people realize all of the ways that they can use the technology. And I want to just highlight a few of those that may not be obvious at first. Okay. So the first way that you can use the technology is to automate your customer service. So you can automatically respond to customer questions and inquiries in real time, allowing your business to save time and resources. And hey, what's not to like about that? Because it saves you time and energy, and it gives your customers prompt customer service, which is super, super important today. Okay. Super important today. And it allows them to get answers quickly. So number two, and this is one of the things that we're going to focus on in the webinar on the 22nd. Number two is what one of the things we're going to focus on. Number two is generate leads. Who doesn't want more leads? Okay. I have seen amazing demonstrations on how this software can be used to generate more leads. So you can do that because you can you can find out some of the things that your customers really want, and you can zero in on those topics. And you can also find out more about your ideal clients with the data that is provided. Okay. And we're going to go into some of that in the webinar. And that is some of the things that's truly exciting, because you want to be able to use it to generate leads. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about that. Like, Chat GPT is not the only AI software out there. There's other things out there, as I have mentioned earlier. In addition to that, I'm also a Keep certified partner, and Keep actually has an AI side to what they're offering with their marketing. So you can create full campaigns using AI technology in Keep, and they have their own AI software, and how that software works. And this is similar to Chat GPT, and this is all AI is very similar. So in Keep, what you're doing is you are basically telling the software what your customers main issues are. And you are, hey Chris, oh, thank you, Chris, I appreciate you being here. So in Keep, for instance, and the same with ChatGPT, is you're telling it what your customers main problems are, or main challenges are, whatever word you want to use. Some people don't like the word problem, which, the problems or challenges, things that are keeping them from their goals. Okay. So you can type that in there, and you can get back responses to that, or ways that it can be solved. So it's ways that you can communicate with your ideal client. And with the Keep software, when you put it into your email campaign, it basically writes you a fascinating email that is hitting on all of the main things that your particular clients are concerned with. Like, how cool is that, right? It prompts you with the prompts that are necessary to write that great email that will get the engagement that you need to get the transition. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry about that. I'm glad you're here. So that is number two. So number one, you can automate your customer service. Number two, you can use it to generate more leads. Number three, and this is something that I think is really fascinating with this. Now, we all use Google to research our topics every single day, but when you are asking Chat GPT, when you're plugging something in there and you're asking it, you can collect data. So you can collect your customers' data. You can analyze their interests, their needs, and the data can be used to tailor content, products, and services. Think about the possibilities with that statement. Okay. This is why I find it truly amazing, because when you're looking at the data that you are collecting and you are plugging that in, and it is telling you this is what your customers need, how cool is that? Then all you need to do is go create that. And actually, the software is powerful enough to create it. It can even create websites if you give it the code. So it can do like a lot of things. So it is so incredibly fascinating. Now, I'm never going to use it like that, but I have seen some of it demoed, and it's incredible. Okay, so number one, automate customer service. Number two, generate leads. Number three, collect data. And data is what is going to make it powerful for you to use it in your marketing and in your sales process, because that data is what you need to be able to convert. Okay. Now, number four is marketing products and services. So it can be used to market products and services to your customers by providing personalized and targeted messages. So you can tell it, the AI software, what your customers' main challenges are, and what results they're looking for. And it can create fascinating, incredible, incredibly powerful, and engaging copy that you can use. Like I said at the beginning, I would tweak it so that it's in your voice. I would not just use what it spits out because it will not be in your voice. Okay. But it can give you a way to communicate with your ideal clients that will engage them, that they will actually see that you are the one. So if you're having an issue with your copy, and many entrepreneurs do, let's face it, copy is not the easiest thing to get right. Okay. Copy, in order to create copy that resonates with your ideal client, you need to really understand your client inside out. And here's the thing, you're still going to need to do that in order for the software to give you the right information back. But you're not going to be as stressed about it because, you can plug it in, it's going to spit something out, you're going to look at it and evaluate it. You're going to still need to evaluate it. Does this work for you? Because when I put some things in, when I've been playing around and testing it so far, I put some things in, and the things that it spits back are not things that my ideal clients would really love or want. Okay. So then you can go in and ask it another question. So when it gives you something that's not quite right, you can say, can you rewrite that and then maybe change it. So I did something for small business. And then I asked it, I said, can you rewrite this for an entrepreneur? How would it be different for an entrepreneur? And you can kind of, drill down in it. The way that sometimes you want to do this in your own evaluation of your marketing, but it's not as easy for you to do it yourself. So you can use the software to actually drill down, okay, into your exact niche. And then it will give you a more precise way to communicate with them. And I think that is one of the most amazing things. And you can use that in your sales copy, in your social media posts. You can use it for your website. I would not suggest, like I said at the very beginning, please do not take what it spits back at you and just copy and paste it somewhere, because it's not going to be in your voice. You still need to put it in your voice. You still need to make sure it sounds like you talking, and you still need to evaluate it and make sure it's exactly what your ideal clients are going to want. Okay. But it can help you get more personalized and targeted conversations going. And that is extremely powerful for entrepreneurs that are struggling with their copy. Okay. So that's one of the things. So that's number 4. Number 5, improve the customer experience. And that's kind of similar, in my opinion, to number 1, improve, automate customer service. So customer experience is really the overall way that people are experiencing, interacting with you and your product or service, or just, your business in general. Can be used to provide customers with personalized and efficient experiences, allowing businesses to build stronger relationships with their clients. And in doing that, you are strengthening that bond with your clients, with your potential clients. They may have never worked with you, but when you are strengthening that bond with them through your communications, you are more likely to have them convert. Okay, because you're creating that great content that they actually do want from you. So the next way that it can be used is in the sales process. Okay. And like I said, we're going to go over some of the marketing and sales ways to use this in the webinar that I have coming up on the 22nd. And if you're interested in that webinar, I don't have it quite ready yet. I was working on it this morning and I didn't quite get it done, but it's going to be on the 22nd of February at 11 a.m. And we're going to do it on Zoom. We're going to go into it a little bit more. If you're interested, just just type me in the comments. I will make sure that you get the invite for that so you can sign up. And we're in Zoom. We're actually going to go into it and we're going to look at it a little bit deeper. I'm going to show you how you can use it, to come up to drill down on things. Okay. It's really fascinating. So let's see. We are at automating the sales process. So just as you can use it to get your marketing copy in order or better, okay, you can use it to create more targeted and efficient sales copy. So when you're communicating with people, like say you're chatting in the DMs, just for instance, I'm just giving you an example, and somebody gives you a response and maybe you don't know how to respond to it, it may be something that you can ask the AI software and it may give you a better response than what you could come up with. Okay. And this is a way that you may be able to convert more sales using AI technology because you're giving it the feedback that you're getting. And we as humans don't always have the best answer or come back for somebody's response. And we've all been there. I mean, it's not something that none of us have experienced. All of us have experienced that, where somebody gives us some kind of response and we're like, where do I go with that? So it can help you come up with ideas on how to respond to people when you are in a sales conversation with them. And even if you are having a sales conversation with someone, say, through Zoom. Okay. A lot of sales conversations happen through Zoom these days, and you're on that call with them and they are hesitating, and you quick flip over to the software and ask it, put in some of the concerns that they gave you, and maybe it'll spit back something. You can even use it that way, like you're in the middle of a sales conversation and you may be able to get some hints as to where to go with that conversation if it's going south fast. I could see using it in that case also. But really the copy that it's going to create is in the sales process, like personalized messages that you can create for them that are going to be more targeted to what their needs are, because you can tell the AI technology what their needs are, and then it can tell you how to respond. Now, like I said, at the very, very beginning, it's not always going to be accurate. And when I looked myself up, like I said, and some of you may not have been here when I was talking about this, but I looked myself up and asked what Lisa Balthaser at Fleur de Lisa Solutions does. And it said I was an accountant and I help people with financial services. So y'all know I'm a business coach and I don't help people with financial services. So you really have to look at it. It has limitations. Okay. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. My mind was blown by much of what I saw, but the limitations are still there. There does need to be a human that actually looks at it. Okay. So that's number 6, and I have 7 listed. And the last one that we're going to go over today is to analyze customer conversations. So you could actually throw a full conversation into the software and have it analyze it for you, and it'll give you feedback. And it'll allow you to better understand who your customers are, why the conversation went the way it did, and to actually hopping off. Haven't even tried it yet. We'll check. Yeah. Sign up for the webinar in 2 weeks. It's going to be a free webinar. But we're going to go into it a little bit more there. It's a really interesting topic. So you can use it to actually analyze those conversations, sales conversations, just conversations in general with your ideal clients, that maybe they didn't sign up, and you're like, okay, so what's going on here? And you can get a better understanding of your clients, who your clients are, what's going on in their world, so that you can create better content that is going to address those things head on, and you can have a better outcome because you're addressing those things head on. You're already the best way to get rid of objections, as we know, is to address them in your copy right from the get-go. If you address those objections, those supposed objections that you'll be getting, and most of those are around time and money, if you address those right up front, you are less likely to get those objections when you're actually having a conversation. You've already addressed it. Okay. So if they do come back with that, you can say, well, whatever you said. So you don't think it's worth your time to put in the extra time for your business to make $100,000 a year. Is that what you're telling me? So you can just throw some of that content back at them if they give that to you as an objection. So if you've already addressed it, so already addressing things is the best way. But the AI software can analyze the whole conversation and help you to better understand it so that you know ahead of time what you can plug in. Okay. So I'm just going to run through the 7 things that we talked about today. The webinar on the 22nd, we are going to be looking at creating copy, creating content in general. We're going to look at creating content. We are also going to be looking at analyzing hashtags and some other things using the software, because some of those things are the things that I help people with. And the webinar, I wanted to address like the marketing and sales piece that I normally would help people with. But some of the things we went over today, just to run down some of the ways you can use this technology, and it's fascinating and amazing, is to automate customer service, to generate leads, collect data, and data collection is huge. Market your product and services. You can use it to write copy to market your products and services, or write your product write up. Okay. You can just tell it different things. So that's one way you can use it. Again, I would put it in your own voice. Market products and services, improve customer experience, automate your sales, and analyze customer conversations so that you know how to market to them better. You know how to communicate with them better. It's amazing, powerful software. I hope you guys will hop on the webinar on the 22nd. We're going to go into far more detail, but I really wanted to address this topic today because I am super excited about it. I have been testing it and using it for different things, and I have been blown away with the results that I've gotten, and I'm going to share some of those things with you on the webinar. It's just truly amazing. But what I wanted to do today was to come in, introduce everything, and show you all of the ways. I mean, not even all the ways, because I know there's absolutely more ways than this that you can use the software. But these are just some of the ways. Like I said, I've seen people use it to actually create a website. They tell it to do that, and it can actually create the code like crazy. Okay. Something that I could not do. But so in some ways it's way smarter, but that's not a way that I would personally use it, but I have seen that demonstrated. It is incredible. But these are just some of the ways as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, how you can use the software. And we're going to demo some of that on the 22nd. We're going to go through it in a little bit more detail. Today was more of an overview just to get you guys thinking about, hey, what are the possibilities with this? Because there are so many. And I honestly didn't think about AI technology too much until I started testing this. And I was like, my mind was so blown within the first 20 minutes that I was just like, oh my gosh, why are we not using this? It's incredible. And we're going to go into that on the 22nd. I hope you will sign up. Just put me in the comments if you're interested. I'll make sure you get the link to sign up when I have everything ready. Like I said, it's half ready. I didn't get it all done this morning. But I am super excited because when we go into it, you are going to see firsthand the possibilities with it. You are going to be blown away with the info, the what it gives back when you ask it questions. It's incredible. Anyway, guys, that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please share it, tag somebody if you found this useful. But I hope to see you on the 22nd when we go into more detail and we're going to demo it and we're going to really take a look at it. So I'll see you guys then.